Hi Arnav, welcome on YourPedia.
Hi, sir. Hi.
So Arnav, you are sitting in IIT Madras, NIRF rank 1 institute, and you are doing MS course, my favorite course in applied mechanics. So
Yes, sir.
I'll interact with you and I'll try to know more about this course, more about the journey you had, before you entered into this course. So Arnav,
Yeah.
let's start directly with your background. Please tell me which part of India you are from and आपने क्या कोर्स किया पहले बीटेक कहाँ से किया विच कॉलेज यू डिड इट एंड योर गेट जर्नी
So basically, I'm from Ahmedabad. I did my undergrad in mechanical engineering from a state university in Gujarat. It was like Gujarat Technological University.
या
And so after that, I worked at Bharat Petroleum Corporation as a contract engineer for like 2 years. And then I had plans to go to the US, but that I did get into Johns Hopkins and Columbia, but that did not work out due to financial constraints. And then I had to switch to MSS. I mean, these research programs in India. So prepared for GATE like for 4 or 5 months on my own from YouTube itself, and then gave GATE XC, and my GATE score was something around five some 550. 550 was my GATE score in GATE XC, and through that, I actually started applying for MS research programs at IIT Madras and M.tech research at IISc Bangalore. And then I got connected with YourPedia, and in order to like find out if I will even get calls for my score for interviews or not. So I did get calls, and then I started giving the interviews. Like I got in to IISc Bangalore's. I got interview calls from IISc Bangalore Aerospace Center for Atmospheric and Oceanic Sciences, and from IIT Madras, I got aerospace interviews and applied mechanics and ocean engineering, and I think engineering design. I did not get a call
Okay.
from mechanical, so yeah,
Mhm.
these were the.
Mhm. Hmm. So this please tell about MS course which you got. Was it Arnab with
Hmm.
interview and how it all went?
So the interview was applied mechanics. It was like fluid mechanics. The interview was like entirely based on turbulence research, which I was interested in. So basically, they asked to introduce myself first, and from that, I directly said them that I am interested in turbulence research, and they asked me questions related to turbulence, and then few fundamental questions on boundary layers, and it was done.
Okay, and uh, don't you think what about the COAP round, Arnab? When you were proceeding forward in
So I
COAP?
did. So no, COAP I did not apply because research programs do not require you to go through COAP.
Okay,
COAP is only
and
for M.tech.
yeah, that is there. But do you decided that I'll not go for M.tech?
Yeah, I decided like I only wanted to go into research programs and not M.tech programs.
Why it is so? Because most of the people
Uh,
they want to go for M.tech, not MS.
because I mean I was not job oriented and I wanted to pursue my PhD later on, so that's why.
Hmm. Okay,
Uh,
so that is not the only reason, Arnab, and this is very important point. You are very clear you want to do it, but tell me one
mhm.
thing: somebody who wants to get into jobs,
Okay.
placements. Do you think
Uh-huh.
MS is a bad course for him?
No, not exactly. I mean, like over here, this placement season, all the MS guys have gotten placed. But I mean, because the MS total number of MS students are also less, but the placements have been 100% for MS guys this year too.
Okay, okay, Arnab. So now I would like to know more about IIT Madras. You visited this place, so something about IIT Madras, please tell. And I am more interested in academic and research orientation in IIT Madras.
So over here, the research program is basically like in IIT Madras. It's like you'd have to take 5 courses to complete the requirements of coursework. You can take more, but depends on your professor. So basically, once you come here, depending on the department, they will actually make you meet with different professors and uh, and you will discuss with the professors what your research interests are and what they are working on. And once that actually aligns, you will be assigned to one particular professor, and then you will work in their lab for like 2.5 years to 3 years. And over here at IIT Madras, you usually have to like publish a paper or at least have a conference paper to graduate after finishing your course.
Mm,
So that's how it is.
okay. So Arnab, now you have spent some time in IT Madras. Tell me about applied mechanics department also in which you are doing your masters.
Yeah, so in applied mechanics, we have it's a completely interdisciplinary department. So in here we have research that is happening in biofluid mechanics. There is astrofluids happening as well, and then some guys are working in like in solid mechanics. There are people who are working in structural mechanics, fracture mechanics, and in my specialization, most of the professors are working on like it's a blend of aerodynamics and um, like biofluids and nanofluids related to all of that. Combustion. The lab I'm working under is working in turbulence combustion.
Okay. So typically when a person does his MS from a reputed institute like IIT Madras, what are the career opportunities?
So you can most of the guys here usually look for placements,
Mm,
uh, and like there you can apply off campus as well. You can there you can connect with the seniors and go for referrals on LinkedIn. If job is the only thing that you really want to go for, or else you can of course apply for PhDs abroad. That
mm.
is always the option.
Okay. So Arnab, what are your career opportunities? What are you looking for?
So I will be going. I'm planning to apply for PhDs in the US most likely.
Okay. So why you want to do PhD? And why I'm asking this question is for a lot of students back, they are in the colleges and they are pursuing forward. So PhD is not something which is a, okay, let's do it. It is like a, degree which is to be thought of, and there should be reason why you want to do it.
For me, it's like because in the US, it's like you need to. There is something called as ITR laws that restrict you from applying for aerospace and defense industry jobs in the US. So you at least need a PhD in order to qualify for them, and that is one
Okay,
of the.
and when we talk about PhD, the
Hmm.
misunderstanding in the students about PhD degree is that it is only for teaching job. Do you agree to
No,
that?
it's not really. Not really. Because
Yeah.
most of the specialization jobs in the US require PhDs.
Hmm. Okay, so that's not only in US but rest of the world also.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean US, UK, yeah.
yeah,
Anywhere wherever there is R&D roles and highly
yeah,
specialized, hyper
yeah,
specific roles, they require PhDs.
yeah. In India also, many of my students who are doing really good work and they are doing
Okay.
work related to industries. They're getting very good jobs in the industries also after PhD. That is
Yeah.
there. So the message should not go that okay, PhD means teaching job. That is, if you are interested in teaching job, but if you're interested in super specialization and research and creativity in your own domain, then industries are open. I mean, you should do that.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. So Arnab, now because gate exam is coming, as you know, and after gate
Right.
there's a process. So I
Huh.
want you to give some input or advice to the students who are listening to you, Arnab.
So I prepared for Gate XC. So related to Gate XC, I can give the
Yeah, yeah,
like the advice. So for Gate XC, because I could say that if your math is not strong, do not go too deep into mathematics because mathematics is going to be very difficult in Gate XC. It's very challenging, and the questions are sometimes they even go to the level of JEE Advanced. And so try to focus on two of the three courses if you are from mechanical, that is either a fluid mechanics, thermodynamics, and solid mechanics. You can choose any of the two, and in that will have to go all deep because I mean in GATE XC since there are only two subjects compared to mechanical which has like 14, so they will go into depth of those two subjects itself. So the questions would not be as easy as mechanical questions.
Okay.
And
So, under one more very, very relevant question, immediately after gate is over or gate result comes, students think that they need very high gate score to enter into IT system.
no, I mean it's a like you you can qualify for interviews. Interviews is the most important process, in especially in MS research programs. For ISC Bangalore, the cutoff goes a bit high, but for IIT Madras, they do give interview calls to low gate scores as well.
Okay. So, what is the uh, can somebody who just qualified in gate can also think of getting into IT system?
I mean, I said I don't know about the categories. A general category, I don't know. But I think I have seen one of my friend who had got I think 450 gate score. Uh, he's also he also got into applied mechanics. I think he was general category. So he got into project DRDO project sponsored uh, one of under one of the projects. So
Mm.
but
Okay.
he got in winter admissions, not in summers.
Mm. Okay. So Arnav, anything else you want to tell? I think we have more or less discussed everything. Anything else you want to tell the youngsters who are going for this exam or your prospective juniors in IIT Madras?
Uh, I mean, I would mostly say just believe in yourself. I mean, there are opportunities out there. I mean, the gate exam is just not the. I mean, the score might not decide a lot of things there. I mean, you can still give interviews and have hopes even after getting an average score in gate. You still have opportunities out there.
Okay, that's wonderful. So, Arnab, now I thank you for the time you gave me, and I wish you all the very
Okay.
best. Arnab, you will do really good because I meet very less candidates who are very clear. Like, okay, we want to go for MS because we want to go for PhD. We want to go for PhD for this reason. That clarity itself is a very very good thing. And
Thank you.
that is something which is required. So you are
Okay.
a role model for many youngsters over there. I wish you all the very best,
Okay.
boy. So to
Thank you.
pursue your career.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for helping me.